Okay, go live. I'm not sure what's going on. Let me see if it's go live or not.
It says on my screen live.
Live now.
Okay.
Okay, live now. Live now. Let me see if anyone here. Live now. Live now. Try to see. I think we're live, right? You can see
Yeah,
this.
my camera's up like 40, almost 50 seconds now. So I don't see any chat or anything from where I'm at. That would be you.
Yeah, let me do hi.
All right, for all y'all out there right now,
Okay.
how you doing?
How are you doing? Yes. Yes, how are you doing? A long time, man. It took long time to catch you.
Hello, everybody. Silver Game of Thrones is here. Yes, it's Silver Game of Thrones, Silver 5150. Silver Game of Thrones, thanks for inviting me, man.
Yeah, I see someone say, hey. Hey, Daddy, thanks for joining.
All right.
Yeah, so we're live. Good to be here. So finally, I catch Silver 5150. And this was a challenge, okay, to get him on the stream.
Yeah, it's no joke, man. No joke.
Yeah. So I will start from unboxing, kind of, to give some.
Yeah, let's do an unboxing.
Some stream. So I got a couple of new coins, and we will start from gold, silver, unboxing. So, like what I'm doing last day, right? Like it's maybe not cup of tea for everyone. So last day I'm just building collection which I like, right?
Right.
We can see here, for example, I bought this. What we have here. Yeah, for example, this. Let me give it back. This. Yeah, Egyptian gods, right? So these are Egyptian gods I have,
Ooh,
I just I have missing 2 Cleopatra, I think I missed, and one more, but I'm starting them. You see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have. So here I bought a new one, which is this throne or souls. So silver round, okay.
Right.
New
soul.
Okay, so
right.
Yeah. Okay, I don't know, like why it doesn't make a.
Yeah, it was working earlier just fine.
Yeah, why doesn't make a focus? Okay, so that's the first one. Okay, what else we get? We get the Tiger 2020.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
2 Tiger. So
I love that so much.
I have this collection as well.
Hey,
so, I have 2021.
Yeah,
that's 2020. Right, Korean Tiger. Yeah, 19.
The 19. That's a key year, man.
And 18. When it started, right? So this is the 5th one in this collection. Yeah, this Korea very nice. They have this 999 here, right? In the middle, right? Silver kind of, yeah. When collection is good, I keep with this. When when I see it's too many, like we talked before, like if it's like Germany, right?
Germanium mint.
They just make every month they have a new one. I cannot keep with them, right? Yeah. Kookaburra, I picked up one 2023. Yeah, Kookaburra, I have tons of them. Yeah, that's Kookaburra. Yeah.
Wow. The whole box is kookaburras and koalas or what?
Yeah, Kookaburra koala. That's one of the best.
Rabbit?
This is koala. This is Kookaburra. Yeah, I have probably 30, 40 of them. Beautiful, never disappoint me, never ever, Even they make one every year, I never see them yellow. I never see them with a milk spot. So yeah, keep buying them. So one more, just added Kookaburra. You see, they have 2 now. 2022, right. 2021 was 1. Now they have 2.
Yeah.
Yep. And the last one I have, the Awakening. You know,
Hey,
this is a new one. This is a new one. Yeah, the awakening.
man, and isn't that poignant? Isn't that a foreshadowing right there?
Yeah, you see what they have it here. They
Mhm.
have the house of card, right? They have
Mhm.
house of card, and they have this. You know, it's hard to see even, but I think it's a derivatives, supreme. You know, all this.
Mhm.
This is exactly what we talked last days.
Yes,
One time I found one video when guy was talking about 700 trillion of this paper money, 700 trillion. And
that is amazing to me. Yeah.
yeah, and like, what happened if this pyramid will just reverse, right?
Right.
Yeah, so that's
Well,
a
I
very interesting collection. Yeah, that's
I don't think a lot of people realize that. I guess those paper instruments that we're talking about, whether it's insurance policies, pension funds, derivatives, stocks, bonds to a certain degree, treasuries, it's all paper that's backed by either banks, commercial banks, or central banks. And if something goes wrong with those banks, then what's the solvency of those paper instruments? And then even if it's just a minor blackout, like 24 hours, what do you do for 24 hours if you need to, get something, do something? I don't know.
Yeah, 20, for yeah, I also watching gurus,
Uh-huh.
the difference, what I'm watching, I never kind of take in my real life. Means like if someone is telling you, oh, in 24 hours, silver will skyrocket to $100. Yeah, I say, yeah, maybe, but it is not like my life depend on this,
Right.
like it's like I'm stuck in silver, not for this event. I'm stuck in silver
Mhm.
because it's kind of it give me this opportunity to sleep well.
Right.
Sleep well. I know what I'm doing. It's like for me, it's like everything. I am trading. I am selling. I am buying. I am rebuilding.
Mhm.
And if such things happen, silver will go to $100. I'm ready. If it
Yeah.
will never go to $100, which is more possible, I'm
Mhm.
also ready because I'm having
Yes.
fun always.
Mhm.
Someone say, when you achieve something, it's not a fun. The fun when you go this way, when
Yes,
you
making the journey.
make it a journey, right? Once you get a new car after 1 week, okay, like you got it. What is the fun? But the
Yeah.
fun is to do a shopping. You don't
Yes.
go shopping, you go dealer, you do negotiation, and then
Mhm.
this is the fun, right? This
Yeah.
is the same way here. This is
Yeah.
the fun to start something which you love,
Mhm.
and if it go, appreciate, then you
Right.
get it. You are the winner. If not, you are still winner because you have all these beautiful collections which you built on the way, and this is
Mhm.
related to everything in our life, right? It's
Yes.
whatever you do, right? You should
Mhm.
never be dependent on anything. That's what I
No.
always try to teach on my channel. No bullshit, right? Where is my
No
button?
bullshit.
Because everything what I say may be relevant to me only, maybe relevant to more people, but it's not like, oh, he says this, I must to do this.
Right.
Never ever, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. So people ask it questions like like someone asked it. I know on Reddit, where silver 5150, why he's
Mhm.
not doing videos, is it
Yeah.
interesting for you to kind of to deep into this, like why you don't stop doing videos?
Oh yeah, no, I have no problem breaking my silence with one of my favorite metals people. And I learned a lot off of you over the years about how to flip silver and stuff. Watching your videos and whatnot. And so yeah, let me go ahead and break my silence a little bit. I was doing that show right around the time you were doing your show. We were kind of coming up together through the ranks and stuff. And at the time, I came out. I says, okay, I've watched enough, I've learned enough, I've stacked enough to where I actually have something to contribute to the community. And let me get out there and see if I can make some sense to people. Well, silver 5150, I am crazy, okay, about silver, obviously, right? But the thing is, I figured if I could help people feel what I felt and take advantage of conveniently the low spot prices we were having at that time, why not get out there and try to influence people, to diversify themselves into silver. So that worked out really well. And then when the health scare hit, that was something, because now it was one of those things to where if you were already giving, you felt compelled to give some more. If you weren't giving, you felt compelled to give, period. And so I decided to ramp up things a bit. And I says, okay, you know what? Everybody's going, beyond their limits. I'm going to push myself beyond my limit. I have my full-time job. I have my part-time job. But I says, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try to put out some good content, for the silver stackers. And I was able to keep that pace going for quite a bit. What I will tell you is this. 3 things happened to pretty much take the wind out of my sails. The first thing is that, I had a long-term marriage and it went south. And so, ended up going through the process of dissolving that. And that was kind of going on in the background. And then I was coming under a lot of pressure, social and economic pressure from my federal career. I work for a medical agency.
Wow.
And yeah.
I can imagine like what started in 2020, how it affected you, because I remember this day. It was 1st of March 2020. I'm a software engineer. I came to work and my manager say, like, you go home. And, everyone just left the building.
Yeah.
Everyone went home. That's it. And it started like boom. And then, you start working from home because everything was on remote.
Absolutely.
And they start to mandate all this, like, oh, you must to do this, you must to do this, you must to do, this is mandatory requirements now, It's like, wow. I don't want to really to touch this because like they can just shut down YouTube channel because of this. But
yeah, well, one of my favorite stackers out there, and he's actually more of a historian, Junius Maltby from the Junius Maltby channel. He posted a letter today on his post, explaining why he's been out of circulation and, the fact that he's in YouTube jail currently as we speak. And I mean, like 1 foot on a banana and the other one in the grave, right at the ragged edge. So he's not allowed to make any content. He's probably going to get hit again. And so he just wanted to, express to the community. He's like, hey, if this is my last post, I want you to know I really enjoyed it, but I don't have a say in this and they might just kick me out. By the way, the background noise, we got racers out there. So if it gets a little noisy, sorry about that, guys. Sorry about the sound. But anyway, to your earlier point.
What was the reason why they blocked him, Because
it was so from my understanding was the actual gigs or the things he got hit for were things that their web bots, robots, whatever they have that police, the information. I think they're pretty much combing data, combing words, keywords and stuff. No. It was penalized as misinformation.
No,
so it could be.
What is misinformation, right? Yeah.
Yes, exactly. It's the thing we don't dare speak of. Okay.
Put your wax into your ass. And this is mandatory. I always joke with my wife, like next level, take banana and put banana in your ass, and it's mandatory.
There you go.
Just follow our rules. That's
it. Reach down and grab your shoelaces and So look, just back to my story. I love to talk about me, right? So here's the thing. So I was under pressure from my career. I was under pressure from the divorce court. I was under pressure from my schedule, the 2 jobs and trying to do the videos and stuff. And then the nail in the coffin for me was when the price radically changed from that low in April of 2020 to the high of August 2020. Remember that?
This time when I was doing videos like silver $25 bye-bye.
Oh gosh, I love those.
Bye-bye. Then silver $30 physical. I always talk physical, not this price. Yeah, and this went parabolic to like $30, and then someone was saying, "Oh, this is the end. Now silver will go $100." $100. Okay, good luck.
Yeah, exactly.
The Bank Kamal is strong. So
yes, it is.
It will give you another year or two, to stack on low prices.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. And so, we'd made that transition, and most of us thought that we were on our way. And so you got to understand, when I was doing the show, my main goal was 1 or 2 things. The first thing was to help people figure out the best ways to capitalize on $14, $15, $16 silver. Okay, maybe $17 silver. You get silver now that's $27 to $28 spot. You got up as high as $29, and you've got the $5, $6, $7, $10 premium on them. And how do you justify? How do you convey the same message you were talking when it was 14? It just doesn't work. I mean, no, I was trying to continue putting out content. Oh, What do you got there?
This Havant.
Oh yeah, yep, the rabbits.
Havants, rare pieces. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Very nice.
yeah, you're right. Gold justify today to buy silver for $30. For new people, I also selling on different streams. Let's say Reddit. Recently, I sold some on Reddit, and one guy say, "Hey, I put $25,000 last month.
Yeah.
Last month you all know prices. So he's spending literally $28-30 per 1 ounce of silver, and he think it's a good deal. So like." It's everything changed. Everything changed last days. I'm telling you, whatever was before like $20, now people are happy to buy it below $30.
They are.
You never know, because I think we all know silver all-time high $50. And for last 20 years we didn't see it, but once we go there, maybe we never reach silver again, $20-25, right?
Right.
Oh, wow. That's 10 ounce, right?
Yeah, 10-ounce Griffin. I need to get some more 10-ounce capsules, by the way. These deserve better than these old beat-up ones, and I should probably protect them a little better. But I'm going to get back to, where I've been. And, guys, I've been around and stuff. I really haven't posted anything. Every once in a while, I'll put up a script post, where I'll make a comment about something. But the thing is, I told you about how the spot prices had changed. Well, the final nail in the coffin was when my website got hit for about 40 videos. I say hit, they were scrubbed. I got a virus according to them. Maybe I was hacked. Who knows? But I couldn't get the videos recovered. And that pretty much just took it out of me. I says, okay, you know what? It's not becoming a fun place anymore. It's a little bit hostile as far as I'm concerned. And whether that's from outside forces, inside forces, didn't matter. And I says,
can I ask you what kind of video were deleted? What kind of video? Is it video when you talk about upside down pyramid, all this?
Yes, exactly those. The ones with external. I've taken a couple of trips to the coast, and I was talking about the economy in the rich areas of the United States and all this stuff. And they were also being produced at that time by Silver Joker. And so I don't know if that had anything to do with it or not, but whatever the case, the timing was suspect. And like I said, that was enough for me. Now, you were talking about the journey earlier. The journey is very, very important. So I didn't want my journey to end. But as far as I was concerned, given that, Silver Eagles were going for like $38, and my journey was over. So because I started earlier, guys. I started in 2013. All right. Silver Game of Thrones, he started, 2015?
Yeah.
So we rode the wave of plenty of $14, $15 to $16 opportunities to buy silver. And so we went fast and furious. We were going like gangbusters. We really were.
Yeah.
So
when I started, I was literally buying every new coin that was on the market. You can see here, every new coin I was buying, especially Persmint, Australia, every new coin, I was buying everything. And then, now I am getting smarter. I'm not buying everything, but it was a time when someone asked it, what was the premium when you buy, 16, 18 sport? The premium was decent. It was $2-3.
That's right.
$5 like today. I think it was much less. I remember when silver fell to $11, and I told you it was over a weekend. It fell to $11, $12. I bought $5,000 from Upmex. This weekend, $5,000 I put into Upmex, and I was able to scrap whatever they have. And it was disappeared. I building my,
premium.
I building agent into this, to buy, on this Next, and then after 5 minutes, no more available.
Oh my gosh!
I was doing like 2-3 buys. I need to confirm. Because otherwise it was just gone, we don't have anymore. We don't have anymore.
Man, I had to do arbitrage to get metal at that time. Well, to get silver. Okay, so, and you guys might remember this. I think I actually made a short video of it because I was at work when it happened. And I'm sitting there, and I remember when the price had dipped down. And I think Chris Dwayne from Greatest Truth Never Told, Silver Shield, he had said that, there's going to be a big silver squeeze. I can't remember if it was like April 20th or something like that. But whatever the case was, I didn't have any cash. The price was like $12 was the spot price, $12 and change. And so what I did is I had some money in a depository. You guys knew I had done that for a while. And I did arbitrage on platinum. So what I did was I had 10 ounces of platinum, and I negotiated a deal with Money Metals Exchange with for my platinum, 10 ounces of platinum, I got a monster box of the Krakens, the Royal Canadian Mint Krakens. And that was the only way I was able to get more silver at that price, because platinum had dropped, but not nearly as much as silver. So that was my arbitrage play, meaning metal to metal, from platinum to silver. And that was the move I made for that. And I'm glad I did, because the Krakens, if you haven't seen one in real life, guys, I'm telling you, this is one of the most underrated 2-ounce coins from the Royal Canadian Mint ever. And it's a bullion grade coin. It's not a collectible. It's not a proof or anything, but man, it'll like just really sock you right in the eyeballs. This is beautiful. It's a beautiful coin.
Yeah, you did. You see, we are in different kind of kind of businesses, right? Like I was doing something, you was doing something, but what is common between us? Because we never follow any big kind of channel suggestion. Oh, do this, follow me. I always try to be independent, and this is how I survive. Literally, to survive, you need to have your own kind of strategy. So this is kind of my own strategy, right? It's like we talk about this. Let's say I am building collection, right? Is this small on lava, right? The small lava collection I will building, and it's like how many coins? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there are 10 in this collection, right? And I build them 1 ounce, 2 ounce. I build them all, right? Maybe this time I can buy something else, maybe junk silver. But this is my strategy. I'm building them and I have them.
Exactly.
And when I am selling, I don't need 100,000 people. You understand? I need only one which really want to get it and sell it for the price which I want. So that's kind of my way, like I know this is not for everyone, but you must have your own strategy. Like you say, you was on platinum, by the way, you see platinum 100, 150 something, right? Well, how much? I don't even know.
Well, it's up quite a bit. I think it's just over 1,000 right now. It almost got to 1,100.
100, 150. Yeah. 100, 150. Wow.
Oh, really? It's over 1,100.
Yeah, well, over 1,100,
Holy moly. Okay.
Holy moly, yeah. And I'm telling you, platinum may spark to, let's say I have some platinum, right? Maybe 5, 6 ounces of platinum. It sparked to something like 1,500, and it will be my strategy to trade it, Like, okay, now it's 1,500, I make a profit, I trade it for something else. You see what's the problem with most people, most stackers? They are static, like I keep it forever or I broke. And this is kind of, you must to be dynamic. You always must to be adjust. You also always must to be rebuild, sell something, buy something. This will give you the feeling that you are stuck here, you are a collector, right? Not like, I missed the point. Okay, now if silver was $50, I missed the point, I will sell it for $20. Right? Hell no. If you miss the point, do nothing. Just do nothing, right? Oh, wow.
Right.
That's 2 ounce, right?
No, this is a 5 ounce.
5 ounce. Oh,
5 ounce 2019 Pegasus, Frosted Pegasus BBI. And of course, in effigy of the Queen right there.
Yeah. This, now about this 10 big rounds, man, they are so hard to sell. Okay.
Are they really? I didn't know that.
Also, right? It's so hard. Most people buying bars. If you have bars, 1, 5, 10, easy to unload. But this 5, 10 ounce, I speak about rounds. Oh wow, this is the most beautiful. There are 3 bars like this, right? There is a Britannia, there is a Silver Shield, and there is one more. What is Britannia, Silver Shield? Royal Canadian Mint.
Yes, Royal Canadian Mint. I love those. The 4 9's fine.
Yeah,
those look like cash. The Royal Canadian Mint 10-ounce bars look like cash money.
Cash money, yeah. It's like exactly like you say. You want to unload them. People are hunting them all day long. The same is like Mexican, right? Mexican, what they have it. Libertas, yeah. Right. It become like a cash money. Everyone hunts them, right?
Oh, yeah. And they got really high premiums, too. So I wanted to go back. I'm not trying to hog all the air, but I didn't want to. I remember one of your subscribers had asked the question, said, why is Silver 5150? He stopped stacking, he stopped doing content, and he went to selling on, what's that?
Be free, yeah, to add, yes.
Yeah. And so thank you. And so basically, guys, the way I looked at it, so Silver Game of Thrones was just talking about the journey. And for me, oh man, my gosh, 2019 Panda.
Yeah.
The journey for me had accelerated so fast that I had already like max stacked. Like I had stacked as much as I could possibly stack. And in fact, I went beyond that. And you guys probably remember a couple of shows where I did leverage, buys and stuff at $14 ounce silver, because that was a standard of mine. If silver went to 14 in the 14s, now I was ready, if I didn't have the cash to buy stuff, to see if I get some kind of low interest cash to buy silver at that time. Nobody else was doing that. That's why I'm still 51.50. I'm okay with that. But the thing is, I did have to backtrack some of that stuff to satisfy that low interest debt, just to clear it off the books, because the journey had gotten to the point to where I says, okay, I went out there, I tried to provide some knowledge, some content. I went out there, I stacked until it hurt. I reached my goals. I blew my goals out like 3 or 4 times. And so I decided at that point, it made more sense for me, given that we were seeing rampant inflation. Talk about March now. March of 2022 was epic for inflation, $127 oil. Gold got back up to $20.70 an ounce. Silver was up in the 27s. And take your pick. And I think natural gas got up to like $10, just to give you an example. So I says, man, okay, this inflation monster is really starting to kick in. Is at that point, I decided that the value I had in my low price silver was now ready to become not a silver stack, but a silver standard for me to live on. And that's where I'm at right now. I sell periodically, very piecemeal. I've got a pretty good stack of silver, and I can just piece off a little bit here and there to finance my lifestyle. I did leave my career early. I did not leave with the full pension. I did leave kind of a caveat there. If I want to go back at some point, I can do that, and I can recover, whatever remains. So that option is there. But for now, I do own my own time. I'm essentially a silver retiree. This is my silver standard of living, because I stacked so hard back when it was really cheap to do that
so you are living on silvers now. So that's like example for many people, because many people just see the punishment kind of, oh, I stack silver and it always falling, the price of falling. But you are example of people, that when dream comes true, right? So silver all your life, and now you're retired and you live on silver. That's kind of wow.
Yeah, I'm 54 years old, and I live very comfortably. And the thing is I remember something you had said in one of your shows, Silver Game of Thrones, is you should not become married to like any particular asset. I mean, yes, buy it, enjoy it, stack it, but understand that it's not like everything's not a perma-stack. At some point, it has to have a exit strategy. For example,
exactly. We are not stuck in silver for silver. We are stuck in silver for meaning of saving,
wealth,
of wealth. And if we need it to trade, or I don't know, car, food, whatever, then go and sell it, go and trade it. It's not like I stuck silver forever, because in the end of the day, like we say, everything dust. What is our life, right? You cannot take silver with you, right? So silver will be owned by somebody else. It's good if somebody from your family, right? Sometimes that will be owned by.
And they stand right there waiting too, boy.
This metal is not going anywhere. This one ounce of silver in 1,000 years will be one ounce of silver. You will not be here, right? So enjoy this time where you partnership with this beautiful piece, okay? But don't be like stuck to this forever. And if you need to sell or trade like you are doing, be easy to sell it. Be easy to say, hey, nice Czech Republic. People are hunting this like crazy because it's only 13,500 mintage.
I did not know that. You told me that. That blew my mind, because I bought as many as I could of those, and I'm so glad I did.
Say hello. I need to sell it, right? Because I need my another,
set of tires or
retires. Never be addicted to anything, right?
No, and that's what you said. Never be addicted to anything. Yeah. So I wanted to kind of switch gears a little bit. And so look, me and Silver Game of Thrones, we come from the teens, a spot price of silver with the $2, $3 premiums, right? But I'm going to tell you something. We're heading into an area, guys, financially and economically, to where yesterday's $14 silver is today, but it's $30. What I mean by that is that prices are going to start to spin so far out of control. You're going to have something liquid that has a chance of keeping up with it. and I'm not saying that my silver has done that, but actually it has. Just not as well as I expected, but I'm better off than if I'd stayed mostly in cash, for example. All right. But the thing is, a lot of people don't want to do the work that's required to, be a good shopper of silver, to be a good custodian of maintaining your stack, to learn about the financial system and learn how to find good opportunities to release some to get more cash than you paid in and to keep up with inflation that way. It takes work, right? Now, it doesn't take any brains. Silver, Game of Thrones will tell you that. Cryptos, they take brains. Silver, no brains.
Yeah, right. You see, this was one of my another like journey, right? When I was stuck in silver, when I see, okay, I'm exhausted, right? I have nothing to add because I added everything. Come on, cheap. Take your ass and go and buy it cheap. It's $20, right? What else I can tell you, right? Like people say, yeah, okay, I will wait when it will fall to $10. Okay, it's your life, right? You can wait forever, right? So and then I moved to crypto because crypto, what people don't understand, that crypto is the same as silver and gold, but the right crypto, not FTX, not this garbages which they print like no tomorrow. The right crypto which people accept as a money, like Litecoin, like Bitcoin, Cash, like a real money. So when people outside of this system, when people having the right crypto, I'll tell you example, use it. For example, recently I sold some on Reddit, some silver, I sold for crypto. I literally okay, use it, guys. It was developed to use. It was not developed to hype.
It was intended as money.
Yeah, what people do, they buy and then they wait, and they buy high and they sell low. And they say, oh, it's garbage,
Right.
If you don't use it right way, it's garbage. But if
you
use it right way, then you basically increase your property, increase your what you have, your kind of currency or or money, and then you will have opportunity every 3-4 years. Everything what we are doing here for a long term, nothing for 1 month. And then, usually 3-4 years, you will be able to make a profit if you do it right way, right?
Yes, but you got to be paying attention to what's going on. And if you don't want to pay attention to what's going on, tune in to a channel like Silver Game of Thrones. Other guys that follow, inflation and whatnot, trends or whatnot, or just watch the news, watch CNBC or what's the Bloomberg and see the trends of the markets and stuff. Learn to, read a couple of charts here and there to see or listen and decipher what the Fed's saying. If the Fed's saying they're going to do this, think about possible outcomes for that. For example, if they raise rates, a lot of the bank instruments that are, like CDs and money markets and stuff, they actually move with those rate increases. And so that's another way for you to track inflation on the good side. That means you're earning. But if you're owed a credit card that has an adjustable rate, then of course you're gonna be in hell. But my point is I can't even begin to tell you how many $4 dozens of eggs I bought with $38 eagles that I paid $19 for. Hear what I'm saying? So 3-4 years ago, I paid $19 for some eagles, right? And I sold some to Money Metals Exchange last year, a year or so ago. And I took that cash, and when the price of these eggs and stuff, and it just doesn't matter what it was. It could be gas. Gas over here in California got up to $7 a gallon. And it was that increased cash that I got for my $19 eagles that I used to mitigate the inflation that had taken place, shortly thereafter. My point is this. My point is that even though you're going to pay $25 to $30 for an ounce of silver now, trust me when I tell you probably a year or two from now, you'll be able to trade that in for more currency, cash, right? And at least take some of the pain or some of the sting out of the increase of everyday things you need. Because see, that's the kind of environment we're in. We're in an inflationary environment when it comes to the price of things that we need. The things we don't need, like flat screen TVs and grills, those things are going to deflate because there's going to be too many of them. Nobody's going to buy them. But who needs another one? But the stuff you need, that's really going to take off in price, and you need a currency that's going to be able to have a chance of competing with those increases.
Yeah, you see, the many people are looking on silver like compared to dollar, right? So everything compares to dollar. But if you compare to dollar, never stack it, just stack dollars, right? So why we are like a stacker, like collector, why we think we're in a better shape Because when we start, we're thinking about future. And like you do, you don't sell your silver right away in one day. You sell it portion, small portion. Okay, today I sell one coin, tomorrow I sell another coin, tomorrow another coin, right? And then price is adjusted. It may go down, it may go up, but this is store of value. Store of value, right? And in our case, just example, I was buying these pieces $20, $25, literally. Like, because we are 5-7 years, it's from 2050. Tomorrow they $35, $50, right?
Yes.
Store of value. And if I keep them for another 5 years, it will be $70, $100. You understand? That's a store of value. It doesn't matter what you stock. You may stock Silver Eagle. You may stock junk silver, right? But this is store of value. And if you look what is going on in the world with the BRICS, right? What they do. They look on gold and silver as a money, right? They start to establish, gold, silver in international, international payments, right? And we see a dollar is weaker and weaker and weaker. It may go hard, last leg, kind of, but it's weaker and weaker and weaker. But we are in much better chance with the zero, with the gold, with the war crypto, because we are outside of the system. And if tomorrow this MF, will froze your account, like they will freeze your account, like they did in Canada, right?
The truckers rally.
The account is frozen because you didn't comply with our mandate. As I said, take banana, put in your ass. This is a new mandate. So what you gonna do? Or you gonna pray on there and say, oh, please give me buyback, or you say, you know what, I still safe because I have my own asset. I have cash, I have silver, which I can trade, and I can survive, right? So this is what I say. We are the silver stacker, the silver collector. We are much better shape. Why? Because we are smart apes. We try to be outside of this system. We work with this system. Everyone get paycheck. But, with all this, with every step we are doing, we try to be more and more independent. This is the difference between Great Awakening and Great Reset. The people which support Great Reset, they don't want to be like we are. They want to be in the system and they will beg, give me my food, give me my whatever, wax and whatever, give it to me. I know I trust you, give it to me. We are different. We say, no, we decide our will. We decide what our future, not you, not corrupted government, which tomorrow will be another guy. We decide, because we decide. We have ammo, we have guns, we have silver, we have gods, because this is our constitution. This is our constitution, to have right to protect, to have right to talk, to have
the right to self-govern.
Exactly. It's in our constitution. So this is, us silver stocking, we are, we keep this amendment, real, it's a real stuff, so.
No doubt about it.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to tell you, so again, with these prices, so I know that it's not 2015 when the price dipped down to $13.54. I was watching that day. And I went out and bought some Johnson Matthey rounds or something like that. Oh, no, they were actually Englehart rounds. So my point is this. Today's $30 silver is cheap, relatively speaking, to what you're going to get out of it. Now, look, I understand it's still $30. And if you're not making a lot of money, $30 is a lot of money. However, if you watch my videos, I was working time and a half at my full-time job, and I was working a part-time job right after that one. And I did that for like 2 or 3 years. And I'm not a young man. But I realized that it was my only chance, my last chance to really, oh my goodness. The
Ukraine and Russia, another story. They make up all these stories, right? Ukraine and Russia. So they try to make this 2020, the mandate. Then it doesn't work well. Now they try to make a war. Do you understand what they are doing? They make wars every time. Vietnam, Korea. Everything,
whenever there's a problem with the currencies and the credit, whenever there's a problem with the financial system.
They make profit from everything, If you talk about US, they make profit on wars. If you talk about East, they make profit on trading. China, Russia, they want to trade, but we want to fight. right?
Right.
We are military country. Every time when we have wars, we have profits, right?
Yes, indeed. Now, I wanted to add to that. So you brought up Russia and Ukraine, right? So, guys, I'm trying to motivate you to feel okay with buying $20 to $30 silver, because it is cheap, relatively speaking, to the events going on in the world. Now, Silver Game of Thrones just mentioned what's going on in Ukraine and Russia, but let's look back at 2022 at some of the things that happened this year. Well, last year. So we know that China was having major problems the entire year. They were trying to lead the way in health scare policy. You know what I'm talking about, right? And they're still doing it, by the way. They've got new variants and all this stuff. And so they're trying to show everybody how draconian you could be with keeping the people locked down. The people don't like it. But they're also recovering from the droughts they had this summer, right? And I don't know if you've seen, but there's some video footage on YouTube of China demolishing some of their unfinished real estate projects, guys. Their real estate market is in a complete shambles. That's just China. Oh, wait a minute. The Queen passed back in September, right? And then right after that, Britain damn near had a bond, currency, and pension blowout, right? And then nobody knows who bailed it out. They said the Bank of England did. They ain't got no money. Then there's Japan, who, without any warning, doubled their interest rate, the benchmark interest rate, to 0.5%, which doesn't sound like a lot, right? Doesn't sound like a lot, but you got to understand they have a 2.75 to 1 debt to GDP ratio. That's scary as hell. Yes, it did rattle the markets when they did it, but what if they do it again? Because they didn't warn anybody. They just did it, and it shook the markets pretty good. So anyway, they raised their rates. They had the lowest rates around. And then other countries are going to raise their rates, and it's going to just really snowball into something hellish and inflationary. One last thing I'll bring up is the United States, or rather the Federal Reserve, who's trying to lead the battle on inflation by raising rates, but they're not lowering inflation. They're just getting credit for raising rates. They're not having any effect on it, right? But while this is going on, they got a ton of backdoor projects where they're easing, putting money out into the, put out fires and crises around the globe that you don't even know about. So all these things are going to pile in to the stuff we need, and you got to have something that's going to hedge yourself better than cash against that kind of inflation. $30 silver. If I didn't have any silver right now, even at my age, I'd be out working 2 and 3 jobs trying to get the cash together to get out and get some. And be a savvy shopper while you at it too. Watch channels like Silver Game of Thrones, and get your education and buy some.
Like we said, right? Tomorrow it's will be $30. Will be they try to protect this level, right? Because this is how they can play these games. They can, I'll tell you, only when dollar fell, silver will skyrocket. All other ways, it will never happen.
No,
if
you're right.
dollar will be in power, silver will never go high. Okay, people need to understand it. It's never happened. It just never happened. But even dollar will dominate. We still have a place to play. This is what we try to say. Because once silver will go $50, $100, it will not. All these games are not relevant anymore, right?
No, they're not.
You have, the Gargole or some else silver. It still be 1 ounce of silver, $100, right? It's like no one will care. But this how we play when dollar dominate, right? This is kind of, it may take another 5 years for them, right, to fail the dollar, or maybe it will never fail. It will be inflation, but dollar still be dollar in 5 and 10 years, right? But still, you have your game. You can build your strategy and as you like, or it is junk silver, or it is silver eagle, or it is collection, bars. There are so many different ways. And we are not fighting one another. We just completed one another. You like something, I like something. We are different ways, and it's beautiful, right? This is how it's supposed to be. We should not fight one with another. We should support one another. And I'm
gonna tell you guys, if you're a stacker and you're awake and you're aware of what's going on financially, I hate to drop this on you, but down the road, when we do get a reset or restart or a collapse, or whatever, the other side of this thing, you're going to be in charge of something, because you're going to have the capital that's just going to automatically give you a level of responsibility, simply because you are high valued in the currency that matters. The currency from the past, that doesn't matter. Being a stacker means you've already decided you're going to be a visionary. You've already decided that you're going to you're going to not just exit the system, but you're going to move beyond it. You're going to outpace it. You're going to leave it behind, right? And you're going to go ahead and be like, I guess you would call it the forward deployment force. You're going to be forward deployment force in the new currency era, in the new silver age. So I guess I'm saying, don't be afraid to get out there and stack. If you've got the cash to do it, then, you know, find what you like and buy it, because you really can't go wrong at this point. It's all good stuff. It really is. All right. Yeah. I mean, if you want to be more methodical about it, there's ways to do that. But trust me, you're better off stacking than not stacking. If you're having trouble getting cash together, I hate to say this, but nothing replaces hard work and effort to do it. I'm not standing on my high horse saying this. I am a trades and labor guy. I never went to college, got a GED, right, and has never, you know, done anything administrative or anything high yielding or high paying. It's all been by the hour. And
here you are living on silver, literally, right?
Yes.
You are an excellent example. You did all in and you still in profits. It's not like you lost, right? You didn't lost.
Right.
You're a great example, like for today days when people awakening, when people need to awake, like your style of life, when you basically stop stacking, but you have your, I told to my wife, I can sell silver monthly and be on 20 years. Like
yes. Seriously. Yep.
$200, $300, $500, $1,000 a month, additional stream to your pension. Right? You
exactly.
have something to pay. This is just additional stream,
Yes.
Or if you really need to buy something, sell it all or sell it, on a easy additional every month, and you will have your another stream of cash, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Shield. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
And the man,
Chris Denay. What's his name?
Chris Duane. It's kind of hard for me to say. I don't know why, but yeah. So Greatest Truth Never Told, Sons of Liberty, and Silver Shield. He pretty much was the harbinger of all that. And one of the ones that got me fired up, him and Mike Maloney and some of those guys back in 2012 and 13, they got me fired up. They've been doing it long before that. But, once you realize, guys, just what a shell game the currency system is, whether it's going to be credit, whether it's going to be some of these financial instruments we talked about, the pension system, insurance plans, CDs, money markets, all this stuff, it's all at risk. It's all at risk because you have bad custodians managing it. All right. Bad, by bad, I mean greedy.
Exactly. That's why I like silver, gold, and best crypto, because there is no middleman. There is no middleman. And many people on my channel, they are in crypto also, as a smart age. And I always say, guys, you must have everything. Never go all in once, right? Because I don't know, tomorrow they may block crypto, and then what you do? You go to some Zimbabwe to sell it, right? Oh, the same with the silver, right? Tomorrow, I guess the cycle will be 2024. Like in 2024, crypto will skyrocket again to 10x, 15x. You will miss the point because, you don't have it, right? So there is pros and cons, but minimum you without any middleman, You have your crypto. Today I need cash. I say, hey, silver 5150. You want to buy some? Or he asked me, do you want to buy some? Yes. And then I pay him with crypto, and there is no middleman here. No one. He get his money, I get my silver, bye-bye. And try to do it with a bank account, right? Chase,
Right, directly, not through a third party.
Yeah, good luck,
Not through a counterparty, I know.
They will take half money, and they will make you a headache, and you take like 1 week to process the payment, right?
Yeah, and because you saw the IRS, they were trying to make a move on the cash apps and all the different pay systems online, the $600 limitation, this sort of thing. And that includes everybody, by the way. Anybody that's on there, somebody's making $600. I mean, in a year, it doesn't take much. So they were trying to institute that to make sure they could start cleaning you out tax-wise.
Yeah, and like they make trillions dollars, but they still want to tax you on $600. Like, that's like this is exactly what's going on. This is exactly great research. You will be owing nothing and be happy. You understand? That's why what they do. You don't need to own. They will punish you for owing anything. They don't want you to own anything. They don't want to own silver, gold, crypto, and anything. This is a punishment. if you own this, you will be punished. Other way that you will be moving to CBBC, central bank digital currency. You will sell your house. You will give them everything. You will be on monthly payments, maybe $2,000-3,000. You should be happy and say, okay, I don't need anything because I'm happy. Government give me money.
Yeah.
This is their way. And they print it like CDB, central bank digital currency. If you are a good guy, okay, you get it. If you are bad, if you do something, they will punish you. They will expire it. They say, oh, we expire your money because you are not good on media. You say something, right? So you don't like us, so we expire you. Bye-bye. And your money gone.
Yep, exactly. And think about this, you got family members or kids especially that need medical care. That right there, that's a huge leveraging tool for a system like that. The CBDC, where you need to pay for medical care for your family or just need access to that system because the system requires that CBDC as restitution for the medical care that your family member needs. And maybe you end up getting blocked or something because you didn't do something politically correct. Who knows? Exactly. But yeah, it's very easy for that credit score and any other kind of score systems to turn into social credit score systems where you are not going to be in control of your own destiny unless you have your own central bank.
Exactly. You're on their mercy. That's why I always say, don't be on mercy on anyone. Be your own bank. Be your, invest into gold, invest to silver, have some.
Yeah, it's all good.
It's not. It doesn't mean then you need to do all in. It doesn't mean then you need to put everything into that, but some portion it must to be here. Because if you are Canada, the truck driver, what you do if they block your account because you do something they don't like, right? What you do? They froze your account. You have no access to your money, and you're on the street, right?
Exactly.
It's terrible what they do with the people, right?
Silver Game of Thrones, I wanted to ask you, are there any questions inside the chat? I can't access it, so I wouldn't know that. Or are there any we want to address, or we just want to continue our conversation? What do you think?
I'm looking into questions. Why you stop stacking? Why you stopped tapping a lot after 2 years? That's why I stopped stacking a lot after the last 2 years. Neofin stacker. Yeah, that's exactly what's going on, right? You have your stack. You understand. Many people ask it, how much silver I need to own? This is the most stupid question. I'm sorry.
It's tough.
Yeah, it's tough because I don't know your financial situation. I don't know how much you make. No one can answer. But, from what I understand, like my gut feeling, right? 1,000 per memory, every family member is a must. This is like feeling 1,000 ounce for how much? It's like $20,000-30,000 in today money. $20,000-30,000 per one family member. It's
right, and that's not even a 401k though. Most 401ks are like $250,000. You're talking about 125.
Exactly. Okay, so move off some of your 401k into 1 ounce of silver for every family member. I think it's a decent, like for someone it will be 100 ounce, for someone it will be 10,000 ounces. But this is kind of where you need to be.
Right. And that's the thing too, is like if you look at my stack, and guys, there's hours of footage on my stack. I've got full stack videos, I've got stuff besides silver out there. It's all on the old channel. You can go look at it if you haven't checked the archives. And I understand how it is. I'm a consumer of information too. Like I love to consume YouTube content. And so a lot of times I won't go back to the old stuff unless I run out of new stuff. Everybody wants new stuff. But a lot of that old stuff, Silver Game of Thrones, older videos, my older videos are very, very informative even today. But my whole point is, if you look at my stack, if you go through the videos and stuff like that, you'll notice that there's a lot of diversity in it, even though it's all silver. Guys, I'm 100% silver. I did arbitrage out of every other metal. I don't do cryptos. Not that I have anything against cryptos, and I have a question for you, Silver Game of Thrones, here in a second.
We may recap another stream. You cannot talk everything in one stream, right?
Okay.
Yeah, we will recap it. Yeah, you do your strategy. I agree. And you see the neophyte stacker again. He said like every currency fell. When you sell a currency fell, Zimbabwe fell. None use gold or silver. They're right back on fiat like nothing happened.
Yes.
Yeah, but guys, look in Venezuela how much costs 1 ounce of silver. Like 3 months ago, I was checking. You can buy literally a house for 1 ounce of gold. You can buy 3 months of food on 1 ounce of gold. You need to understand, this piece will never be a currency like old days. It's not a thing. You never go to some store and, oh, this is my 1 ounce of silver. It's too complicated.
Right.
But as a store of value, you will be always able to trade it on some decent amount of cash, which will only grow because they print cash like no tomorrow. You cannot print this. You cannot. You cannot print Bitcoin, right? You cannot print Litecoin. It has limited availability and limited inflation. They mine silver. They mine, some crypto. They mine it, okay? But still, it's limited. With the fiat, we all know. In last year, they printed how much? The same 1.5 trillion. Same how much they printed in last 100 years. Last 100 years, they printed the same amount of currency which they printed the last year or 1.5 years.
Which means it is not scarce or unlimited versus say silver. Yeah, and so I would just close by saying, you have nothing to do but benefit if you stack. Even if you can only stack, 2 ounces a week. Keep in mind, you don't have to buy ounces. If you have the money to buy half ounces or 10th ounces or even grams, there's plenty of good gram silver opportunities out there. You can still get a Valcambi. I have one in the vault, but I'm not going to get it now. 100 times 1 gram silver card that has 100 gram segments on it. All are assayed, all are weighed, and have their grade on them, right? You can get those
this is what we call dollar cost average.
Dollar cost averaging. Exactly. You can get those for $150 still. I think Money Metals Exchange. Okay, so if you can only make 1 play or 2 plays a month, just keep in mind that you have the opportunity to stack increments. So you can stack smaller increments of silver. You could stack ounces if you want to. You don't have to stack, like we said, a whole bunch. Just a little bit at a time. You will be surprised how fast it builds up. But you got to stay consistent with it and trust it. Understand that every time you buy 1 ounce of silver, you are stealing value that nobody can give you a straight calculation on. You've got the biblical scale that said that 1/10 ounce of silver was a 12-hour workday, all right, under hard labor conditions. That's the biblical scale. We're not going back to that. But what if we went to just 10% of that? Now you're talking about 1/10 of an ounce of silver that's equaling 1.2 hours a day of work. Would you not, take that valuation if you could buy that 10th ounce of silver for $5? See what I'm saying? So minimum wage, $15 an hour and a half, $23, $22. And you can get that, steal that value for $5. You got to think of these things in terms of the proper division of labor. Rafi Farber from the Endgame Investor, he always talks about this. Silver and gold doing a proper accounting of the division of labor. And that's what it comes down to. Division of labor is what? Me having to go to work. I don't have to go to work because I've got my labor frozen and stored here. I will extinguish some of this labor to pay my bills now instead of going out there with the crazy people. All right. But you got to get to that point where you can build it up. But this is what this is.
For you now, it's time to enjoy and just time to find the right buyer because you have the right coin and you need to find the right buyer. That's it. You need to.
Correct.
And you can enjoy, for your retirement and whatever you need. You stack so much. So I believe, it's like small country.
Yeah, I do have my own silver standard. I'm not gonna lie. And I don't have the same circumstances. It's just me. Before the family split up and stuff. It was me and some others and stuff. But now I'm just taking care of myself. I live a very, very simple lifestyle, so I don't need a lot to get by. So as long as I am the custodian of my own central bank, as long as I manage the asset properly, I can make it last as long as I need to and still live a good quality life like I want to. And that's called freedom, people. That's called freedom. This is what you want. You want not just freedom from the system, but just freedom to own your own time and do what you want with it.
One video which was get me so hard from you was upside down pyramid. And I want you next time to be prepared and next time to talk about this upside down pyramid and where silver and gold in this and where all derivatives, because like I say, I saw video where guys say $700 trillion in all this paper. And when everything will start to, fail, it will be a new year, Christmas. right?
Absolutely. Every day will be Christmas. It'll be crazy. And that's the thing. It's like we will get to a point to where the prices, the dollar prices of silver are going to be going up so fast that it's not going to make any sense. And it's going to be harder to get. So that's all going to feed into it. The unavailability of it, the inflationary spikes into it. And then I guess the unavailability is people trying to get it.
And we are feeling this. And when I go to GM Bullion, Upmax, I cannot find any silver which I am buying. You know, the last time you see this 4 coins I bought, right? It took me 1 month to build some kind of, you know, all these coins because it's fun. You only see $200, $300 proof, you know, some rare coins, some slab coins. Where's the cheap silver? Less and less and less available. I'm telling you. True. And it's happening in our eyes, you know. So maybe next time we will be talking silver will be $30. Who knows?
You know, I tell you, and it'll be $29 silver. Bye.
Exactly. I will keep starting doing this video. Okay, silver 5150. It's 1 hour. Okay, you know, I believe people will be watching this week, next week. 1 hour already. You know, we all hate to see long videos. Hey man, I you know, let's see how it's going, and you know, let's come back. You know, it's fun now with all this awakening, right? When you have more and more people which are awake, you go Wall Street Silver 250,000 in 1 year.
Yes.
The time when we did, you know, the only problem they have so many channels. This is the biggest problem because so many people. And you know, you want to, you know, to be in hurry. Oh, I am missing my boat. You know, I need to buy. But this is a fun time now, right?
It is, and it can be fun for anybody if they know how to, you know, do what they're doing.
So I'm happy you back. Okay, so let's be back, and you know, let's meet from time to time. Let's talk and let's see what is going on.
You got it, man. Just give me a buzz. I'll be there.
It's good to be here this time. I'm telling you, it's a very excited time for gold, for silver, and you know, maybe next time I will talk more about crypto and all this stuff, and you will be talking about this upside down pyramid. Yep.
All right, bud. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, thank you, Silver Gamatron, Silver 5150. Guys, thank you very much for listening and share, like, subscribe. All the best, guys. Bye-bye.